answer phone again. Gabby, will you stop pulling at my leg?
Maybe she's asleep.
And maybe she's just not taking my calls. But thank you for your concern.
Why not leave her a message?
Oh, come on, let's go and watch a video.
Grandpa's right. At least then she'll know you've rang.
And what would you know about anything, judging by recent events?
Going to my room.
That was harsh.
Yes, well, maybe it was meant to be.
Right. Time for my ablutions. Try to be a little more kind. After all, who are we to judge? And, above all else, it's not very vicar-like.
Morning.
Dr. Forsyth. What a nice surprise. 7:05.
I'm sorry, Eric. I hadn't realised it was quite so early.
What can I do for you?
About what we were discussing yesterday, the town twinning.
The Africa connection?
You mentioned you were shipping some artifacts over, a kind of time capsule.
Indeed. Perhaps you could get to the point. After all, I am on the doorstep of my dressing gown.
I'm sorry. I was wondering, you couldn't include a package in there, could you?
And what sort of package is this?
Oh, it's just for friends.
You're not attempting to dupe me into becoming a drugs runner, are you?
No, nothing so interesting, I'm afraid.
Really? It'll cost you?
How much?
Say 500?
Why quibble?
Indeed. Why quibble?
And then Sally told me that I couldn't see them anymore. So I shouted at her. And then the white van came and the twins started screaming. So I said
now,
to her...
Now, look, gorgeous. If we're going to remain friends, you are going to have to cut the verbal. Good girl. It's just that you're doing me head in.
You're doing me head in. You're doing me head in. You're doing me head in.
So, how are you today?
Hello, Dad. Yeah, well, same as yesterday. It's the beauty of this place. Nothing much changes. In a weird sort of way, I'm getting to quite like it.
Have you decided what you're going to tell them yet?
Oh.
Steph, for heaven's sake, this is your last chance. Why lie if you like? Tell them anything. Anything to get you out of here.
What if I don't want to get out of here? See, at least in here, I've got some peace.
Morning.
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 Your review's now going to be after lunch. Sorry. Staff nurse got the times mixed up.
That's all right, sweetheart. I'm not going anywhere.
2:30. I'll make a note of it.
What's happening at 2:30?
Dr. Forsyth's leaving do at the wool pack.
What's he having a leaving do for? He hasn't been here 5 minutes.
Precisely. He's been very good to me.
That's because you're never out of there. Oh, thank God there's only one hypochondriac in the village.
Oi, this is supposed to be a private conversation. So, are you coming?
Oh, yes, I shall certainly try. Choir rehearsal permitting.
Our doctor knows what he's letting himself in for.
Oh, I see if he even bothers to turn up. He's alone to himself, that man. Well, I'm off to spread the good word.
It's only a few drinks in the wool pack, Noreen. You're hardly organising the event of the year. Anyway, I thought you were supposed to have a bad chest.
So, I'm not dead yet, you know.
More's the pity. Better watch your back, Noreen.
I need to with her around. She only bothers with me because she knows I'm loaded.
Loaded my backside. She's away with the fairies, that woman.
I'm sick of doing all the housework.
Tell her then.
Yeah, right. Like that'll make any difference. The only thing she's got is swanning around, usually half dressed. Katie, you know that top you were looking for? I found it in my room. Must have borrowed it, sorry. What's that stain down the front? What stain? Wine, I think. Sorry. Thanks a lot, Joe. That was my favourite t-shirt. I said I'm sorry.
Shouldn't you be working?
Day off.
Oh, it's all right for some.
This water's freezing. That's probably me again. Just had a bath. Sorry. I could strangle it, Andy. It's not funny.
Yeah, it is. Hey.
So I spin them a yarn, is that what you want?
Yes.
And, what sort of yarn do you think will get me out of here?
There must be something.
There isn't, Dad. It's over.
Fine. So you've just given up?
No. No, I've accepted my fate.
Well, that's exactly what Adam wants. Can't you see that? Meanwhile, he's free to go wherever he wants, and you're stuck here. You've got to fight back. Oh, come on, Stephanie, you must be able to think of something. You were always a good liar.
Oh, cheers.
Look, I'll come in with you. It is allowed. I asked the nurse.
No, thanks. I'm jittery enough as it is. And you've always been a lousy liar.
All I'm asking
I
is...
know what you're asking, Dad. I just don't think I've got it in me.
But Noreen hasn't got any money.
Hasn't she?
Of course she hasn't. She goes on about it enough.
You know what people are like. They've always pleading poverty and then they leave thousands in the will or millions under mattress. Happens all the time.
Yeah, even so.
Oh, come on. Val Lambert is hardly the type to hang around with the likes of Noreen for now. It's not in her nature. If you ask me, it's got her mark on it. Oh, I'm sorry, love, but the facts speak for themselves. Guilty, as charged.
How do you mean Laurel's not here?
Oh, she had to go away. I was just speaking to the vicar and something to do with her parents. He didn't go into detail, but apparently it was all very last minute. So, anyway.
Oh, what about the rehearsal?
What about the rehearsal? I think you'll find that I can cope. Now, don't you worry about that.
Oh, yes, it's hardly ideal.
Excuse me, but I think you'll find that I have taken far more rehearsals than Laurel.
Edna, no offence. All I'm trying to say...
I know exactly what you're trying to say, and if I were the sensitive type, I would think that you thought that I wasn't up to it. So do you? We might as well get this straight from the start.
No. Sure, you're more than capable.
Right. That's it. I'll see you later.
All that matters is to get you out of here.
Will you stop pressurising me, Dad? I'm wobbly enough as it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're ready for you.
Can you just give me a moment? Girl wants to look her best.
Of course.
Wait, will you stop looking worried? Please. That's better. It's moments like these a girl needs her old dad.
Not so much of the old, eh? Good luck.
Come on, Dad. Let's do this, eh? Adam seemed distant. You know, like he wasn't there. I was edgy, uptight. He put it down to me hormones. said I was probably going through the,
Do you want me to?
No, it's all right, Dad. Basically, I didn't feel good about myself. Maybe it is my hormones. I was jumpy. Spent a lot of time on my own, thinking. I was convinced Adam was going to leave me. The thought just kept going over and over in my mind. Oh, it sent me crazy. It began to obsess me, really. The more obsessed I got, the more distant he became. So I made it up. I said he killed Terence. I just wanted him to notice me. I wanted to wind him up so he had to talk to me. Had to be better than being ignored.
Look, all she's guilty of is being in love and stupid and wasting people's time, but she's no threat to anybody. And she doesn't belong in here. I can look after her. I don't work. I can give her all the support she needs.
Is that what you want, Stephanie? To go home, to go and live with your father?
I don't know. I don't know what I want. I'm sorry, Dad.
Noreen, how lovely to see you. Hey, let me get you a drink.
Thank you, Doctor. Now, let me see, what shall I have?
I'll get the old witch of gin and arsenic.
I'll have a glass of white wine, thank you, Doctor. How much has she had to sup?
Plenty by the looks of it.
Stick another one in there, will you? On his tab.
You shouldn't joke about things like that, Belle.
Like what?
Like putting arsenic in her drink.
Cheers. Who says I'm joking? Oh, behave yourself. Of course I'm joking. What do you think I am? Hey, she can give as good as she gets. You know the old battle axe. She'll outlive the lot of us, that one.
Val, people are saying that you only bother with her because of her money.
What money?
Apparently she's loaded.
Get away with you. She hasn't even got central heating.
How's it going?
Good. Do you want to join us?
Why not? Is it just me, or do you think it's a bit odd him up in sticks where Steph's still?
In the loony bin, I know.
I think they call them psychiatric units now, Betty. Mind, the PC mob would have a field day around here.
All I know is she's holed up and he's in here playing Gentleman Jim. He ought to be ashamed of that poor lad.
Do you know, if I'd have stayed in there 1 minute longer, I'd have swung for her. She might go to church every Sunday, but she don't know the first thing about choirs.
No, Maroon 5 are a New Zealand band. Everyone knows that.
They're not. They're American. However, the CD cover was designed in New Zealand, and you can check that on the back if you don't believe me.
I trust you to read the small.
I just like to get my facts straight, that's all, Jo.
Well, you're wrong. I'll get him in.
Oh, they're American.
Just ask her out again, will you? Puts all out of our misery. She obviously fancies you rotten, Jane.
They all do, Katie. They all do. I'll tell you what. I will ask her out again if you agree to do a few shifts at the night cafe. Deal or no deal?
Well, it's all very upsetting, that's all I can say.
A lot of things were said that weren't meant.
Well, I, for one, meant every word.
If you ask me, any decent man wouldn't be leaving his wife behind.
True, although in his case you might make an exception. We are talking Steph, remember?
So, ladies, can I get you another drink?
I haven't finished this one yet.
Viv?
Rum and Coke, cheers.
Rum and Coke, Louise, when you've got a minute.
Okay.
Well, it's a pity Alan couldn't make it.
Don't worry. There's still time.
Yeah, well, you better hurry up. I'm catching a train in an hour.
Somebody had to be at the helm, shoulder the responsibility. The least I expected was a little support.
We were rehearsing, Edna. You were trying to change the entire routine.
There is nothing wrong with trying to make things better. Laurel has her strong points, but choosing hymns is certainly not one of them.
They're better than your crusty old songs.
How many more times, Sam?
Choir sing hymns, not songs, yeah, we know. Look here, Mrs. Lauderdale, what's the face with you? Otherwise you might have had a mass walkout.
Don't be so ridiculous.
She's not. You can't boss people around like that. Adele's gone home in the right mood.
Shouting orders, who do you think you are?
Perhaps we should all just calm down.
Not with her standing next to me, no. Call yourself a Christian.
I most certainly do.
Well, if that's what Christianity does for you, I'm sticking to cider.
Well, I think it's safe to say that that was a complete and utter disaster.
I'll put the kettle on.
Have you spoken to Laurel yet?
No.
Why don't you try her again?
I wish people would stop telling me what to do.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
It's been a tough day all round.
I think I'll go to my room. I'll get out your hair.
Oh, no, please don't. That'll only make me feel worse. I fear I've been rather unkind. Unnecessarily so.
Well, we're all allowed an off day. I think we should go and have a drink to raise our spirits. It's never failed me in the past.
Please, accept my apology.
No, you've nothing to apologise for. I'm the one who should be apologising to you. I'm the one who's messed up.
Did I mention that Adam's giving a farewell do at the Woolback?
Several times, Dad.
Ah, well, what do we think?
Eric, just in time. Let me get you a drink.
Oh, I'll have a large single malt, please, thank you.
Louise? I was just saying to Betty. I'd have thought Alan might have been here. Well, it would have been nice to have said goodbye, but still...
He was going to see Stephanie. Oh, didn't you know? Yeah, apparently it's her assessment day. I'd have thought Beaky Betty would have told you that.
Do you know, it completely slipped my mind.
Actually, I wonder if you'd excuse me. I must call a cab.
I thought you were busy with a livery.
Well, I can do both, can't I? And anyway, it's an evening job. Lucky Jamie. Sure she'll be quite an asset. Oh, you're not mad at me, are you?
Of course not. I'm just worried I won't get to see you.
Well, Andy, I'll only be doing a couple of shifts, and anyway, we need more cash.
Here we go. You told her yet?
Yeah.
Nice one, eh?
So the whole village thinks I'm trying to fleece her?
Something like that.
Well, I hope you know that's a load of cobblers.
Yeah, of course I do.
Right, I'm going to have the old witch.
Look, I'd best be off. The taxi's on its way.
You've not finished your drink yet.
Oh. Well. Right then, better shoot. Got to collect my bags.
Why are you going round telling everyone I'm after your money?
I'm not.
Do you want me to put the thumb screws on?
Well, even if I am, it's only a bit of fun. Some folk can't take a joke.
Yeah, well, I'm finding it hard to see the funny side. People have got a low enough opinion of me as it is.
I wonder why.
That's enough, you old trout. I'm seriously wondering why I ever bother with you.
Laurel, how are you?
All's well that ends well, hopefully. My dear chap, we were just coming in to join you for a drink.
Oh, Sandy, that would have been nice, but you're too late, I'm afraid. Looks like that's my cab.
Ah, well, we mustn't detain you. Bon voyage!
Going somewhere, Doctor? Well, aren't you going to give me a little kiss, darling? You didn't think I was gone forever, did you? You know me, good old faithful to the end. Zoom, straight back to hubby. Cat got your tongue?
No. It's just that I'm a bit taken aback, that's all. It's great to see you.
Oh, why don't you take my bag out the car? Maybe you could make us a nice cup of rosy lee, eh?
I hope you're not thinking of staying here tonight.
Dad, it's where I live. Where else am I going to stay?
Well, with me, of course. He's not to be trusted.
No, and neither am I.
But...
Dad, I did what you asked of me. I got out. Now I want to call the shots, all right? I want to do it my way.
All right. That's what you want.
It is.